small blog is not always the best place to do a detailed assessment of what India did right against South Africa, what else they can do. So let's pick the important points first. Obviously, the spin bowling of Ravichandran, Ashwin and Ravindra, Jadeja. I've talked about Ashwin at length on another blog, but I thought the selection of Jadeja was something you need to congratulate the selectors about, because there were reasons not to pick him. He'd been out for a while, his performances had stagnated, the wickets he had picked up in domestic crickets were on pitches that were created for him to pick up wickets, and the selectors could well have said, no, let's wait for a while. But I think they saw the hunger in him. They realized that on the pitches that test matches were going to be played on, he was the right kind of person. And so from that point of view, he was just the right person to complement Ashwin. So that was a big plus. Between them, they took so many wickets, and I think that was the primary reason for India's success. But there was another. I loved the energy and the passion that Virat Kohli brought to his captaincy. Sometimes, as I've often said, you can read his lips, you can wonder if he's a little over the top, but it's a sign of the times. He was always there, he was making changes at all times, and he seems to come through as a bowler's captain, and I think that is absolutely critical for a batsman leader, to be seen as a bowler's captain. I thought the way he used Umesh Yadav, the confidence he's given to Ishant, Sharma, both in Sri Lanka and here, bodes very well, because if you don't have good fast bowlers who are feeling very good about being in the side, then you can't win overseas. And even though overseas is some time away, I thought I admired the passion with which Virat Kohli led the side. Ajinkya Rahane came into his own after going through a slightly frustrating phase when it seemed he was playing exotic shots. But like Ashwin did, Rahane went back to his strengths, to understanding himself, to knowing his game is built around patience, and the moment he did that, the runs came flowing, and he's wonderful for Indian cricket at the moment. So to me, these were the three main points, the main pluses as well. There's a couple of factors to consider for Indian cricket going ahead, and that is the value that Murli Vijay and Cheteshwar Pujara bring to that test side. When you're not playing limited overs cricket, you're away from top quality cricket for a long time, and I think a specific plan needs to be made for Vijay and Pujara to ensure that the moment they come back into the test side, they are ready. Also, I thought Wriddhiman Saha was a big plus, and he progressed as he went along. I think Sunil Gavaskar had a good point when he said maybe you need to put Saha a little down the order so he's not under pressure to score runs, and his keeping is just such a big plus. His keeping to the spinners was wonderful, so I think he's coming into his own as well and slowly getting out of the shadow of Dhoni. I think to complete the batting, you need an opening partnership, and I think India need to look at what the future is for Shikhar, Dhawan and Rohit Sharma, because they do bring a lot to the table, but the consistency is worrisome. So I think those are the only two slots that certainly in Indian conditions, where India play 12 test matches at home next year, is something to worry about. But listen, winning 3-0 against South Africa is very special. So maybe we can just put that aside for a while and create a plan for them as we go along. If you want to stay up to date with all my video blogs, hit the subscribe button.